Mahmoud, a winning start, how does that feel?
Another day, baby. It was great. It was great. I'm happy for the guys. They've been putting in the work for the last 2 months. And obviously coming out of the Blitz 0-3, everyone's already questioning and doubting. So it's one day at a time. Wins and losses. I mean, you just move on. So we just move on, and now we prepare for next week. So I'm happy for the guys.
Defensively, you weren't happy in the first quarter, but you adjusted to concede only 14 points in the second. I think it was 17 in the fourth. Those defensive quarters must be a highlight for you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just playing all 10 guys that got in, playing majority of the minutes did a hell of a job. They understood personnel. They've been locked in for the past week, just studying the scouting report. That's our biggest focus with the way that we played defensively. Guys have got to understand personnel, and I thought they did a good job, and they kept them off the free throw line as well, just giving them up to 14 free throw attempts. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that they took a free throw attempt in the second half. So.
Are you surprised to take 34 three-point attempts and make 15 of them?
Nope, not at all. The guys put the work in. Those are the shots that they work on. Those are shots that they practice. So I'm glad that they fell.
It wasn't just making three-point shots, it was the timing of them, wasn't it? Because when the Hawks had a run on a couple of times, it was some big threes from White and others that put a stop to it.
Yeah, the guys did a great job because in the Blitz, we were pretty much, we had the Southeast Melbourne game. We were up 21, I believe, towards the end of the third quarter. They came back, obviously won. We were up 6 or 7 against Melbourne. So the third, fourth quarter was kind of the downfall for us. But, the guy, I wasn't going to call a timeout. I told him, I was like, you guys got to be able to play through this. I'm like, there's nothing in the timeout that I can say. Just being able to compose yourself. And the vets from Brucey, J.A., Zell, Jordi, and the younger guys, I mean, truly, everybody stepped up and did a hell of a job in their roles.
Jordi, how satisfying is that to not win at the Brits, to have your critics to come here near full house against your arch rivals and win like that?
Very. We took a lot out of the Blitz, despite maybe what the scoreboard was saying. So it was a good opportunity for us to take away learnings from every game. And we had a great week of training and turned that into a W tonight. So very satisfying to turn that around like we did.
Obviously, there's a lot more native being in your group and everything else, and that might take some time to gel. But the way you started tonight, what he produced was a couple of probably usual suspects that know what this role was about, this league and everything else. Did you really want to get out there in that regard and lay down that marker?
Yeah, of course you want to do that anyway. There's always going to be some teething for new guys coming into the league, and they'll adjust. But you look across at the guys who haven't played a lot of, Zell's got 10 assists, and guys are going to figure out the league pretty quickly. And if us guys who've been around can help show them the way, then that's great. But I don't know if they're going to need that as much.
You did a good job, and I'm sure you would back yourself with the group you had to go through. When you're chasing 3 straight and getting there for the ball, and to have new input, new faces, that type of stuff, it must give you a real job and belief that you can, or a refresher going into what can be a grind in this league week in, week out.
Yeah, and I mean that's something that the guys who have been through it can help the other guys realise. That 28 games doesn't sound like a lot, but it can really be a marathon if you don't do it properly. But yeah, a lot of turnover, but hopefully that we have in place a foundation of what it takes to be playing at the end of the season, and they can feel that energy and they can feed off that and keep channeling it themselves. So, this is just the first game, so we're not going to necessarily worry about the grand final just yet, but it's a good start, that's for sure, yeah.
Yes, it was an excellent game. You guys, new coach, no cook, no worries, and I will say, knowing that they were going to be desperately and hungry to come off that bottom from last season, what were the talks between this new bloke and you guys in the sheds?
Well, the guys that were with Illawarra through, when we were playing them last year, those games weren't a walkover by any stretch. They weren't the worst team in the NBL last year. They had some terrible luck with injuries, but they played so hard and has really put them in good stead for tonight. And Mood had us ready for a battle tonight. So, I mean, every game's going to be like that, but especially when we're, coming down the freeway and playing these guys, it's always going to have a different flavour. And coach was ready for that fight.
Coach John Adams has been the best coach and the best player in the league previously. Give me a take on his return game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he did what a point guard's supposed to do, control the tempo. I mean, he's talented. Obviously, that's why we wanted him. But I mean, he just controlled the tempo, and just having him, Brucey, Denzel, I thought they all did a great job, just handling the pressure when Illawarra went on their runs and trimmed the lead. I believe it was from 13 to 6. They did a great job. I didn't call a timeout. It's more so the composure. Everyone will look at the statistics, but he did a hell of a job controlling the game and getting guys like JG open looks, Quat open looks. He's going to draw so much attention. But it's beyond the stats, just the leadership that he brings. Like Jordi said, with some of these vets is something that you can't chart. So,
Jordi, give me a take on Quat's game and particularly the buckets he's sung with key moments.
Huge for us. Illawarra would make their runs and Quat was just ready for 6 3-pointers. I mean, that's huge. He trained like that this week, to be honest. It was actually pretty frustrating. But, you know, he's always ready. He sleeps all day and misses meals, but dude came out and was whopping tonight, so I'm happy for him.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
thank you
very
guys
much.
for your time.
Thank you.
Sorry, just one more. Chris?
Yeah, sorry, can I just jump in quickly? Mahmoud, anytime you start a new season, I'm sure there's some nerves as a head coach, and for you coming to a new league and in a new club, this was a big experience for you. What was this night like for you from a personal perspective?
Obviously, it's great just to be back on the sidelines and being in the role that I'm in. But it's just one day at a time. I didn't have any nerves. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. My job is to push these guys in practice to get the most out of them. And game day is their day and their opportunity to show everything that they've been working on, not just for the last couple of months, but just, I mean, their entire lives. So there's no nerves for me. Win or lose, I promise. I'll be the same. You're not going to see any difference for me. We just move on to the next one. So, like I said, I'm happy for the guys. I'm glad we got this one.
Very good to hear. You've touched on it a little bit earlier, but you had so many guys that contributed. I mean, Cole never lacks confidence, but he comes out and knocks down his shots. Alex comes out and has a really exciting debut as well. And you can even have a look at the way Jordi Galloway has continued to improve. You had so many guys, especially those three, that stepped up.
Yeah, 100%. And we needed those guys to step up. We're going to rely on JG to be an elite defender that he is, and I think JG's probably the best defensive player in the league. Tui, since I met him in summer league, just the way that he handles himself as an individual, as a pro, he's got just a very good routine. So it doesn't surprise me the way that he's played. But like I said, I mean, all the guys have prepared, and it doesn't go by the wayside. Just they're willing to be coached. They accept everything. They're held accountable. They hold themselves accountable, and that's what it leads to. It leads to victory. So.
Thanks very much.
Coach, I don't want to make that plus minus, but your greatest plus minus contributor was Alex Tui, plus 20. His stats line wasn't the most remarkable compared to other players, but what was happening around him that allowed him to be plus 20 while on the floor?
I made great substitutions. Surrounded him with great lineups. No, I mean, he did a phenomenal job. Like I said, I thought all of these guys just we mix and matched with matchups all night, and I think it just kind of caught some of their guys off guard. But just 1 through 5, whatever we were doing, I thought they were physical from the start, and we set the tone on both ends of the floor. So.
Max Leary?
Yeah, g'day, Coach Max Leary from New Zealand here, mate. Just one, you called a timeout so you could explain a play that was going to go to Jordi Galloway. And then you said something, I think it was a bit amusing, some of the boys had a bit of a wry smile, and you said, if you don't get this ball, I'm going to never throw out this play again, I promise. Can you talk us through the move and did it come off?
Yeah, for sure. Well, the play broke off defensively. They switched up their schemes and what they were doing coming out of the timeout. So the play wasn't there. We created a switch, opportunity, and we created once again a number of cross matches on the play, and we ended up getting a shot that we wanted. We didn't get the exact shot that we drew up, but we got to our spacing on the floor, and we got a shot that we wanted to take.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank